The only good bug is a what?
That's right.
Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog straight out of nowhere is a heartwarming union between two beloved animated properties of a generation and an adventure that was previously a pipe dream. The character interactions are on point, there's tons of Easter eggs. They use a lot of notable music cues from the Courage the Cowardly Dog series. I thought both of the jokes were pretty clever. Eustace has a cringy rap number for some reason. But there's one thing we can't ignore, and it's that ending. One that changes everything we know about Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm going to discuss this brain-breaking ending, and how it may or may not lay the groundwork for other Cartoon Network crossovers with the Talking Canine. For better, or arguably worse. And before we dive in, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the Roundtable to stay in the loop of cartoon content. So to give you an abridged version of events around the film itself, Mystery Incorporated is foiling another scheme when Scooby-Doo hears an odd noise that makes his body bust a move all the way to nowhere, where Courage the Cowardly Dog is under the exact same trance. Of course, Eustace and Muriel fail to comprehend their dog's panic, but it's okay, because shortly after, Fred, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy arrive to really get this mystery going. Long story short, their investigation takes them to the mayor of Nowhere's manor, Eustace constantly remarking that he didn't vote for this guy.
You know who voted for you? 'Cause I sure didn't.
Okay.
Which actually foreshadows the big reveal. The mayor isn't a real human being after all, but an android being piloted by none other than Cats and LeQuack, notorious Courage the Cowardly Dog villains. Cats and LeQuack explain themselves, giving us insight into the strange frequency the dogs have been affected by. The frequency is being emitted from a dark magic meteor that crashed and landed onto Earth eons ago, implied to be the same meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. This meteor will become deeply buried into the ground underneath Nowhere, practically right under the Bag household. And as Cats explains, the meteor has been affecting everything in Nowhere for millions of years. LeQuack elaborates that Nowhere is the exact center of documented weirdness, a la Gravity Falls. And it's all because of this little rock right here. Aware of its intense power, Cats and LeQuack joined forces and got elected as mayor under a new identity, harnessing that power to control those who hear its frequency, cold calling the rich, hypnotizing them into bringing their wealth to the farmhouse, and ideally collecting a big profit. Thankfully, or unfortunately as the rich maintain their power, they were foiled by the Mystery Gang and shortly after arrested by the feds. Also, Fred, Daphne, and Velma contest the idea that Cats and LeQuack are real talking animals, and not humans in disguise, which, come on, you have a talking dog, people. Anyways, everyone has a dance party, villains included, can't keep a good quack down, and the film comes to an end. Let's backtrack for a second. So by the implications of this film's grand revelation, everything supernatural throughout the Courage the Cowardly Dog series has all been the result of this dark matter meteor. More or less mutations, with a little law of attraction sprinkled in. What the fuck? I guess it's a rule in the newer Scooby-Doo films that supernatural stuff can't exist as is, and needs to justify everything with some forced revelation. Usually they frame it as Velma needing a rational explanation to everything, to varying responses from both the audience and the characters themselves. The cat girls on Zombie Island? Fake. Probably. The zombies themselves? Hallucinations. Maybe.
I finally get to cross off one of my unsolved capers.
But the cat people from last time...
Must be the same people looking for the treasure this time.
And the original zombies?
Swamp gas.
I think it's best to let her have this one, Fred.
The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo? Hallucinations.
Okay, fine. The 13th ghost turned out to be fake. But what about the first 12?
Mass hallucinations from high-altitude oxygen deprivation.
This is dumb. The purpose of these monsters and ghosts being real is the gimmick in itself for these movies. That's literally how they were marketed. So how are they gonna handle goddamn Courage the Cowardly Dog? The show has always leaned into supernatural elements and science fiction. It kinda did a little bit of everything. So this still only explains so much. And I have a hard time fathoming that most things Courage dealt with are mutations. We've seen magic squids descend from space. We've seen the haunted slab of King Ramses summon his ginormous visage. Chickens from space? Robots? The list goes on. Now, even with this twist applied, this doesn't totally destroy Courage the Cowardly Dog as we know it. I'm sure for a lot of people, this works as a satisfying retcon. I'm just not sure if we needed an explanation in the first place. I never wondered why Nowhere is so batshit crazy while watching the series as a kid, teen, or even adult. However, I think this lays the groundwork for a really cool direction with the Scooby-Doo home release films. If you're gonna cross over any Cartoon Network show with Scooby-Doo, Courage always made the most sense. Yet I still believe they could easily build upon the special in a cool way. Nostalgia sells. When the trailer for this movie was first released, the internet went absolutely crazy. Chances are, the average nostalgic consumer is gonna enjoy every second of this while watching this with their kids. Or just alone in their apartment with $20 worth of Taco Bell. Not that I would know. So Warner Bros. Might as well capitalize on this, in my not so humble opinion, giving us more Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network crossovers that revolve around coming up with an explanation behind that cartoon's particular weirdness. I want to see Velma try to wrap her head around imaginary friends or the Powerpuff Girls. Shaggy and Scooby getting jobs alongside Mordecai and Rigby at the park. Put them on the Infinity Train. Scooby-Doo is the crossover king. And now is the time to take advantage of that with the crossover viewers have wanted to see since the city days of Cartoon Network. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about this big new revelation in Scooby-Doo Meets Courage? Have you seen the film? If so, what did you think? Comment down below or tweet your thoughts over at Roundtable Vids, and you can find me over at OstricVods on both Twitter and Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please sure to like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. See ya!